Next step, time to open another layer, which is curves for buttons. So we need to have certain buttons also to this telephone handle. So when I open this layer, if I go to front view, you can see the buttons curves are on. And I will recommend you go one set at a time. Don't select them all together. Let me show you. So one, hold shift for your selection. Select three of them. Go to perspective and go to surface, extrude curve straight, and you need to off the both sides and keep the solid as yes and keep the distance as zero point 0.2, right? And same way you repeat for other buttons as well. All are done. Now a small step where you need to just fillet the edges to give them certain reality effect. So from the solid tools again, you can find the fillet edges, select the edges, right click just to see the preview, and set all to 0.05. That was very, now yeah, you can see this much filleting is going to happen. It's good to see the preview before hitting the final number, and right click and it will fillet all the buttons for you beautifully. Nice, right? So this is the whole step process. I will just give you a small demonstration of how to add material to this as well. Before that, I will off all the layers, the curve layers, right? You can change the surface layers to black. Go to the shaded mode. You can see your model beautifully here, right? Let's add some materials to this. So to add materials to any object in Rhino, the simplest way is, first of all, you need to bring the material tab here. One way is you can use add materials through layer, but I will recommend use materials through object. So you can bring the material tab. For that, you can right click here and you can see the list from which you can bring those tabs down here. You can see the material is already in, right? So this is looks like a tube here. You can see by default there are certain materials which are already there, but we are not using them. I'm going to use a new one. So first I will select the body, the overall body. I will leave the buttons and I will click this plus sign here, right? It will give me a set of options. So here also you will see default materials like for quick use like gem, glass, metal and all, and plastic. But I will prefer to go to the material library, which is installed by default. So I will click it. It will take me to that material folder, the render content folder, in which for different materials, for different textures, different materials, there is a folder. I will go to the plastic, double click, and you can see here different plastic textures. I will pick the burgundy one, right, and double click. It will bring the material inside my material palette, right? So next step is I will just right click and go to assign to objects on the top right here. Click it and it will automatically assign the layer to this material. So now when you click, you can see here in the material palette, it becomes yellow. That means this particular surface has this material, but we are not able to see why, because it's in the shaded mode. So I will just again middle mouse click, bring my shortcuts, and we'll go to the render viewport. You can see automatically the material is visible, right? One more thing which I have done in the rendering tab, if you go, I have used the skylights, right? If you use the sun, it will give you a different effect. I'm just using the skylights here. And the environment for the skylight is something like this. You can change this as well. Just click it and go to use new environment. Again, go to the environment library, right, which is again under the render content. So as it's a hand phone, I will prefer something. This is the environment which I've already taken. Something like an office interior, right? So I'm using this. So this environment helps in it will provide reflection. So this material will use the reflection through this environment. As I have checked this tick box, which means use custom environment for skylighting. So for reflections also, this will help, right? Intensity, if you want, you can change, let's say 1.5. You can see brightness has increased. It's totally up to you. You can play with this, right? Backdrop also can be a backdrop means basically from what reflections are coming to this particular surface. So I have taken the backdrop as 360-degree environment and used the same uh, environment which we did just now, right? The office one. So make sure these things are done. Lighting is done. Next comes, this is looking like a floating thing and I'm not able to get the base for this, right? So first what I will do, let's go to the shaded mode to show you better. I will go to the top view and I will bring a surface corner to corner, and I will make a big rectangular surface. Go to the perspective again. Right now you can see this surface is at the beneath to give some solidness to this cordless phone. I will use the middle mouse click and go to the rendered. Now you can see I can get the depth on this particular surface, right? So to this object, it is by default white. You can give material to this also if you want to see the reflection of this on the surface. You can again add a custom material or give it some plastic material as well. Let me show you. Go back to the material library and give some. You can have a glass also, but let's see what happens with plastic. I will just give it some light gray kind of a plastic, right? And will assign to the object. Now you can see you are able to see the reflection of this phone a little bit on the surface as well. So more you will increase the reflectivity of the base. If you select this object and go here at the bottom, you can see you can control the reflectivity, control the transparency, and all those things. Let's say I do it something like this, it will change accordingly, right? So this seems fine. Next remains the buttons. Let's do the buttons as well. So what I have done, I have grouped these buttons, selected one by one and grouped them so that's easy to select. Again, I will add another material, a new material. So plus sign, import from the library. Again, go to the plastic folder. And this time I will bring some black opaque plastic, some black buttons. You can keep it white also, no problem. And right click and assign to objects. And then now let's see. You can see beautifully the gloss finish is coming. Wonderful, right? So this was the whole process. Practice with it, guys, and hope you will learn something new with this extrusion exercise. We'll meet you again with some more interesting exercises like this. See you then. Bye-bye.